It's your boy Nova Zitty ENT coming back to you with part two of Sneako's allies or abandoned him. A reaction to Jew Almighty's video, right? Now, if you joined me for the first one, hopefully you saw that one at lunchtime. Hopefully you're seeing this one at dinner time. Um, so Myron, the Tates, Clav, Nick Fuentes, they're all basically jumping ship on Nick Fuentes because they don't respect what he's got going on. They don't respect him as a person, and he's kind of getting frustrated that he realized that he threw his lot in with people who don't actually believe in what they say they believe in. They just believe in what makes them money. Now, where we left off was him calling Myron and kind of saying like you would expect, right? If you know Myron lore, he always talks about like I stand on business, I say what I want, I'm not afraid of anybody. So you would expect Myron to be able to corroborate, if he's saying like, hey, I didn't play the song, if that's what his goal was, right? Who actually played it? How do we get to the bottom of this? But he's gotten him basically, so I'm gonna rewind it a little bit back so you can see the start of the interaction in case you didn't watch the first video. And if you didn't, go watch, subscribe, and like so you can help me out and get to feed my family. You feel what I'm saying? Let's go back to the beginning or of the interaction and let's start the second.
Off of Andrew Tate.
Oh my God, Myron, dude, I'm still live, bro. Hey, Myron, I'm live right now on a monologue.
Okay, my bad.
What's going on?
No, I'm good. I'm good. If you're live right now, I'll just hit you back.
Did you see the Tristan tweet? What do you think?
The one you sent me earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw from what you sent. Yeah, I mean,
Sneako's face. He knows he's getting sold right now. Myron does not have his back at all.
yeah, yeah. I'll talk. You're on stream, so I'll talk. I could talk to you about it offline.
Well, I mean, they talked about it online. What do you think? You don't want to? I mean, it's okay if you don't want to.
Yeah, I just wish we kind of handled this.
Well, it's already out there. It's already public. He's quote tweeting his lawyer. They're putting it on me. It's already public. It's like there's not something that you solve privately.
What lawyer?
Marvin is acting dumb now, like he's out of the loop and he doesn't know what's going on when Marvin is chronically online. He definitely saw all of Andrew and Tristan Tate's tweets. He saw all of Sneako's tweets. He saw the tweet from the lawyer blaming everything on Sneako. Marvin probably got the call from Andrew Tate to call Sneako to tell him to back off because that's what it seems like right now. And look at Sneako's face. That is the face of a man getting sold out right now. Imagine having a black dad, Jewish granddad, completely selling out Jews and black people to do this alt-right grift just to get sold out by all of them. That is irony at its finest.
Sneako, can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, you said what? You said something about
Yes,
a lawyer?
they're talking. He's tweeting at his lawyer too, saying what I sent you.
Okay, he tweeted that at his lawyer.
Okay, but what about the tweet that you saw? you know,
Right? You see what I'm saying? Like he knows that he's like, what he said, right? Nobody, nobody is lying harder than someone who repeats back what you're saying to you, so they can get the amount of time. They need more time to figure out their lie. Like they need more time to figure out how they can sell you out without selling themselves out, right? So he's saying like, what he said, what's going on. Why is this so hard for you to answer? What's going on? Like just because I'm live, like I guarantee you, if I'm gonna tell you what the answer would have been, he would have said, hey, you know what? It's just they're playing it off. We're just gonna let it brush over. We're gonna say what did they say in the movie with the British movie with the zombies. He said, we'll go to the pub, we'll have a beer, and it'll all blow over, right? And he kept saying that. That's exactly what he would have said to Sneako. He said, let them treat you however they want to treat you. They're our friends. And then once the all blows over, we'll go back to doing our nonsense, right?
I know somebody is lying or up to something when they just repeat everything you say or just have these long pauses like they're trying to think of what to say next. Sneako is over it.
Hold on.
All you see is L.
he's saying it's not his lawyer regardless. It doesn't. I mean, there's a message from his lawyer yesterday, McBride or whatever. You don't think anything?
When I'm reading it right now.
You don't have to. If you don't want to say anything about it, it's okay.
It takes like 5 seconds to read a tweet. He already read the tweet. He probably read it. Like Ju said, he's chronically online. He grinds. Remember what he said in that one video? I grind. I'm always online. He knows what happened in that tweet. He's just trying to figure out how he's going to lie to his boy to keep everybody happy.
I understand.
These are the people that Sneako thought would have his back. He's just alone on the island receiving all of this backlash while goofy-ass Myron is damn near 40 years old, no wife, no kids, no girlfriend, nothing, just doing goofy-ass dances.
Yeah. He just made this tweet today? Yeah. 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay.
He's asking all the irrelevant questions, saying a whole bunch of nothing, talking about anything but what Sneako is talking about.
Man. Yeah. What time are you off stream?
I think these two comments basically sum it up. Myron got the call. Myron is scared. Yeah, Myron can act all tough and like he doesn't care on stream, but clearly he's rattled right now. He clearly got a call, and he definitely got sent to go talk to Sneako, only to get put on the spot on stream, act like he doesn't know what's going on.
What time are you off stream?
It don't matter,
yeah,
bro.
how much longer do you think you'll be on? You'll be done by. You're still here, Myron, right?
Yep.
All right, I'll hit you after.
What's the? But can you? What's the reason though? I don't really understand why you don't want to speak about this publicly.
Myron hasn't said one full sentence about anything yet.
Is it like? I mean, look, yeah, I know you have a friendship with them, but so do we.
So do we.
Of course, bro. I don't want to. The thing is I don't want to throw. I don't want to throw any of you or put any of you guys in a weird spot, man. That's why I'm not talking.
They threw me under the bus. Did they not? Did they not put me in a weird spot?
I understand your perspective. And I'm trying to.
Yeah, you're a loyal guy. It's respectable that how loyal you are. I think a lot of people would want a friend like you.
A lot of.
I will say this is the other side of the cowardice, right? Sneako, you know what you want to say to him. You say like, "Are you telling me?" Like, in fact, here's what he should have done. I'm gonna lay out the scenario so he can go back and think about. Hindsight is 50-50, right? He's gonna go back and he should have said, "Look, Myron, on air right now, since you are a free speech advocate, you think you should be able to say anything at any time. Do you think what you and they are doing to me right now is something you would stand for?" So that way, if Myron says, "Oh, absolutely, I would take this kind of treatment," it adds to his list of the current sentiments that the internet has about Myron. It would add really validity to that, right? And then if he says, "No, I wouldn't have stood for this," cool, then why are you making me do it right now? Pick a side, let's figure it out. Let's go right now. We can get off the stream right now, hash it out, then I'll get back on. But Sneako is also a coward because he's trying to make sure that the only people who are on his team are still on his team. Because I wouldn't want to be lonely. Being lonely sounds terrible, right? Anybody who says like, "Oh, I'm a lone wolf," no, you're a liar. You still want to have friends. You may just not need that many of them, and you may not need constant interaction. But being completely alone sounds terrible. Being lonely sounds awful.
People have a friend like him, just not Sneako. Myron just had Andrew Tate on his podcast after all of this stuff happened, so he clearly picked a side.
I mean, again, bro, if it was the other way around, I would tell Tristan the same thing, right? Or if he asked me the same thing, like, "Oh, I'm on stream right now. What are your thoughts on this stuff?" Like, "Oh, I don't, let's try to solve this behind the scenes." Like, I wouldn't,
That's not what Sneako is asking. Sneako is saying they're throwing me under the bus. They're tweeting stuff. Their lawyers tweeting stuff. What do you think about this? And Myron has not said one coherent sentence yet.
It's not. I know, but it's the curtain's up. It's not behind the scenes. It's like that's not going to happen. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I didn't know you were live on.
It's fine. I'll talk. Bye. It's okay. I mean, they have their own thing, but. That's what I'm saying, man. When you guys always say, "Squash this, squash this."
That's how you get off the phone with somebody when you're agitated as fuck. Like, just shut up. Fresh just exposed for playing Hell Hitler in the club by a clip that was just sent to Sneako. So Sneako's an investigative journalist now?
Dude, shut down. Crazy.
Dude, you gotta thank Fresh. Fresh hooked that one up. He was like, "Yo, we need this played," and they have to go on Rumble, get the...
It's Fresh's fault. Fresh is on the strip in Miami chasing hoes. He is not worried about any of this political shit. He's the one that played the song in the club.
Link, but we made it happen.
Dude, shut down. Crazy.
Dude, you gotta thank Fresh. Fresh hooked that one up. He was like, "Yo, we need this played," and they have to go on Rumble, get the link, but we made it happen.
Dude, shut down. Crazy.
Dude, you gotta thank Fresh. Fresh hooked that one up. He was like, "Yo, we need this played," and they have to go.
And Chad, obviously, I knew this. You think I'm literally right there. You see me rat, even circumstances permitting. I'm not like these niggas, bro.
Not even Aiden or Marvin defended Sneako. Aiden kind of is, but also like Sneako said.
So hold on. As arbiters of truth, right? Because I didn't watch this far into the video. Obviously, like I try not to, like, if I see a video I want to cover, I try to watch a little bit of it to see if I want to cover it. Then I want to watch it to give you my live reaction as I go through it, right? So they all knew it was fresh. And so they're lying on them. So these arbiters of truth are comfortable with lies. This is what I mean, right? Anybody who still follows these people, if you're not following them as lol cows, like you take them seriously, you're a goober, bro. Like there's nothing I cannot, like, how you what, bro? Like I cannot understand why anybody could take them seriously when they clearly don't stand on the principles that they preach to you, right? Like it's the do as I say. As a parent, I completely understand. Do as I say, not as I do, right? I tell my kids all the time, I've made bad decisions. I want you to make better. Don't worry about what I've done. I'll tell you what I did wrong. Try to do something better, right? But these dudes stand on like, oh, we're the arbiters of truth. We're free speech absolutists, but they're liars, and when called out, they're still just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what's going on? Like, remember when Abba and when Abba and Preach called out Myron for he was like, you didn't have that same energy for us on stream that you did off stream. Why do you have two different personas? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. Don't be a liar. Keep that energy, man. Like, it's okay to get caught up in a lie. Just, say, oh, I lied. Let's talk about it now and then go about your day. Like, Sneako clearly knows you know the right answer, but you don't want to throw anybody under the bus. That means you don't stand on principle.
Maybe he's only doing it because his name is in the headlines right now and Aiden is promoting an event. I don't think any of these friendships are genuine for real. And I don't know when this became the play, but it seems like if you're racist and you're getting canceled in 2026, you got to talk to Act. I have no clue why these people go on academic stream. What is talking to him going to do?
Yo, bro, I'm live right now, bro. Man, I'm exposed to Sneako for who he really is.
Well, I got Sneako on that stream. Like, I'm on.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane, guys?
Fuck you, nigga.
Well, you see it act in Fork. You see how the energy is.
And people like Fresh are actually showing their true colors and what they think about Sneako, even on stream with academics.
You see how the energy is face to face, and then this is why Red Pill is dead. These people don't stand on anything. They're only in it for money. They have no principles. Right. They're not men of their word. They're clout chasers. It's like there's no self-respect whatsoever.
The Red Pill is dead because it went from being a movement about the betterment of men, helping men improve their lives, their finances, their health, find good relationships, to being a MAGA alt-right support group.
Saying this. Tate said, like, he's saying all this stuff on PBD, and he's like, oh, Sneako talks shit about me. To my face, he shakes my hand, and he says, there's no issue. There's no problem. We shook hands, and it was fine. When he leaves, he says, okay, let's do something in New York. I'm going to come to New York next week. I'm going to pull up, let's make a video. He wanted to do one of my YouTube videos. I'm a YouTuber. I'm not even a streamer. He says all that. Then goes on PBD. Tristan Tate calls the other guy and says it's all my fault. All these people are fraudulent. They're not in it for the truth. They're not in it for the reasons that I thought that we were in it for. They're in it for money. They're in it for networking. They're in it for opportunity. It's all fraudulent, and there's no. Why would I squash something?
What's funny about all this is you can see Sneako himself got radicalized by Andrew Tate, by Myron, by Nick Fuentes, and really believed all the bullshit they were selling. Just to see when push came to shove, they don't believe any of that shit. They're not standing on a business he thought they were. He got scapegoated, and now he's out here going on everybody else's stream crying about being betrayed.
There's nothing. These people are nothing.
I feel like y'all just need to be in the same room with Dolph.
He's so sad.
Oh, we were. And what happened? Nothing. Quiet. I said, let's fight. He's laughed it off. Can't make eye contact. Yes. And I told Tate, set it up. You got misfits, let's do it.
Wait, why are y'all fighting again? I forgot why.
Because he asked me to fight. And so I said yes.
Okay, so this is actually excellent, right? Because it's another example, right? Like, man, let me I'm gonna start off on this one and then lead it back to where we're going, right? Like, I hope, like, Patreon, YouTube members and stuff like that. I hope if I ever get to that point, like, I'm gonna tell y'all right now what my goal is with the social media stuff. I like talking. I like saying stuff. I like hearing my opinion heard. I'm narcissistic like that, right? But my goal is to, I don't ever mind not working, right? I work 60, 70 hours a week. No problem with that. I prefer not to, but I have no problem doing it because I got family support, right? If I can make enough money on YouTube to be able to, if my kids are like, hey, Dad, we want to go to Sky Zone, or hey, it's the book fair, and I can like, oh, it's a book fair, 200 on the table. Get everything you want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get your little shawty something right there. Oh, you like that boy over there? Get him something at the book fair, right? That's it, all in all my goal to get. I want people to hear my voice. And then if I can be able to supplement my kids' extracurricular activities with that, great, right? But one thing I will say, if I say something right now, if somebody comes up to me, I'm gonna say that thing again, right? Because I'm not scared about the consequences. Because if I said it out loud, now you could educate me, and I may say like, you know what, I was wrong, because I don't mind being wrong. Right now, like what I'm gonna lead it back into is right, like they have created a persona based on them standing on goofy business, and they never expected their own to turn on them, right? Because remember, let's go back to this whole thing, right? Right, what he just said is like, hey, you've got the access to be able to have us put the gloves on and scrap it up. You set it up, I'll be there when you say so. But Abba doesn't want to fight, right? Remember when Preach said like, yeah, you set it up, I'll fight both of you back to back twin sisters. You what I'm saying? Myron said, "No, I want to fight the dude who doesn't want to fight." Now, any real, I hate to say real man because it's subjective, right? But any man worth his salt would say, why would you want to fight the guy who doesn't want to fight? He's not going to give you any athlete, right? If an athlete, if you're a wrestler from back in the day, like whatever, if you're a wrestler and you used to get a forfeit, you'd be like, well, I don't really want a forfeit. I didn't really. You can give me a forfeit, but don't count it as a win because I didn't get to test my metal or show my stuff, right? if if I wanted to challenge somebody to a fight and they said, "Oh, I'm not into it," and I had to badger and cajole them into fighting me, my heart wouldn't be in it because their heart wouldn't be in it. But Myron doesn't actually want to do these things, right? Because so that's why he challenged somebody who does. Remember, he said, "I'll fight Abba. Fresh will fight Preach." So Fresh, the guy who doesn't want to get involved in any of this stuff, he just wants to make bread and have intercourse with prostitutes, right? He just wants to get a bread and chill. The guy who wants to talk has all this bravado, targeted the guy who doesn't want to be involved in any of this because he knows that person won't back it up, right? Like, I'm gonna put this out here right now. If it ever so happens to come up, right? I'm 5'7", 240. I'm assuming, Myron's probably 6 feet 200, something like that. If he wants to do it, we can schedule on his time. I will cut the weight down to whatever weight he is, meet him where he is. And I've never boxed before. I'll go box him right now, right? And if I lose, that's okay, right? Because you challenge yourself. I don't think he has it in him. I would love to bring that person out of him, and then we can settle in there and maybe it'll make a spectacle, right? But Sneako said, you have the ability to make it happen. I'm willing to do it. Nothing, right? He said, oh, because now Myron said, oh, because my friend, I want to fight my friend. No, you don't want to fight anybody. You want the guise of wanting to fight people so that young, impressionable people think that you're that guy, that you never have to prove it. Like anybody watching, Bang from One Punch Man, got all the way to rank 5 and has never had to put his money where his mouth is because he bluffs and he has bravado, and that's who you are. I'm gonna call you Myron Bang. Well, really, I'm gonna call you Amr Fadal, right? But you're gonna be Bang from now on because you got all the way to where you are without having to prove anything, right? You don't have to prove your mettle. And Sneako's realizing that. Oh, he thought he was aligning himself with people who wanted to. He thought he was with tigers, but he's really with cats, who wear masks.
And then look at him now.
Why are y'all beefing?
Yeah,
like it doesn't make sense.
Right. Nobody's beefing. People talk about.
Y'all are beefing.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know. I thought because he came up to me in the club on stream and said, "Hey, I know we're mad. Let's drop it." That's what was said to my face. And now you see the way that they talk online for clout and for clicks. So I'm asking. I'm asking.
Wait.
No, Ak, wait, hold on. Ak, as a man, what you just saw right there, is that a man of any true character?
Well, if he got beef with you, yes. But if you're saying he told you there is no problem, and now, yeah, that would look crazy.
It's on stream in 4K.
With some of this, Sneako really has to look in the mirror. If you're damn near 30 years old and you have no genuine friendships, that's a you problem. There's something wrong with you at a certain point because it can't be everybody else unless you just pick the wrong crowd to be around, which seems like the case. And Andrew Tate really doesn't give a fuck about throwing Sneako under the bus.
People are saying you sold Sneako out, saying that Sneako was the person who played the song in the club. And I thought that was a little out of character for you. With everything you've just said, having been through a lot, it's just kind of like, let me avoid another tragedy.
Yeah, the problem with talking about him is he likes it because he needs it for his stream. So he's going to take this clip and he's going to sit on his stream to his few viewers and he's going to make a big deal of it. First things first, I don't think I sold him out, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, he hasn't.
He absolutely sold that man out. Drove the bus over him, put the bus in reverse, put the bus back in drive, boop, boop. He sold Sneako out so fast, and it's a process of elimination, right? Dude Clavicular is young. I said in the original video, he probably has like more attention and more clout than everybody else that was around him at that point right now. Nick Fuentes is basically the face and voice of the next generation of conservatives, MAGA, America First, Groypers. Tristan is his brother, so he's gonna be down with Tristan no matter what. And him and Myron are genuine friends. So who else is there? Kind of like what Sneako said. Sneako was an easy target.
Been my friend for a very long time. He's not my boy. He's not like Tristan. You know, I hung out with him years ago when he was emulating me, trying to be me, desperately.
Sneako literally became a mini Andrew Tate at one point. It was kind of weird.
I made his career by speaking to him. Otherwise, he would have stayed a nobody forever. Instead of showing me thanks for that, he started, every time I wouldn't reply to his texts, go on stream and cry in some way and complain about me. It was very bitchy. It was very weird. Like, he'd beg to be my friend one side and then do a stream.
And this is why I say you never meet your heroes, because yes, we all remember that arc. It was very embarrassing. Like Sneako was, remember he was in Romania with them and he was wearing the sunglasses and sent them here like this, doing one of their war rooms. Is that what they called them? War rooms, like war rooms. And he was doing this because he modeled that, because he's a young man who was looking for something to, like, I don't know, again, I don't know his dad, I don't know whatever, right? But like, you know, as a young man, we all look toward something to embody, right? Or something like, and Tate was that man. He thought he stood on business, and then he met him, and he was like, "This dude is not who I thought he was." And he dug himself a hole because he acted a certain way, thinking that these people were people to look up to, and he realized way too late that they're actually grifters, right? And he's getting older, and he's real like, I can't make the type of friend who actually stands on what I stand for. So let me try to belong in this group of people who have already shown me they don't rock with what I rock with.
Stream insulting me the next side, back and forth, anything for views. Very strange. And I'm not the only person he did it to. And then I said to Tristan, anyone who names themselves Sneako, like, you're naming yourself Sneaky. Imagine I was saying, hey, my name's Rat. It's a fucking shit name, and it's weird. So I was like, you know, I'm not going to talk to him anymore. So I didn't talk to him for 4 long years.
Emery, Snake Tate, Emery Jr., Emery the Snake Jr. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just letting you know.
I'm going to avoid this guy because he's just weird. And then I get to Miami, I speak to Clav, and Clav is with Nick Fuentes, and he begs for Sneako to come. And I said, Sneako's weird. Begs and begs and begs. Here we are. Who's on the internet insulting me? Sneaky. Sneaky's now on the internet with an opinion. Luckily, he doesn't matter. Sneaky doesn't matter. When this controversy's over, he's going to have to go back to making videos no one watches and trying to find some other controversy. He's not in business. He's not making any money. He's not close to the Trump family. He's not moving politics. He's not, and no Hollywood actor wants him. He isn't connected to the royal family in Dubai. He isn't doing anything. He's not in a position where if he says the wrong thing, the royal family in Dubai will say, sorry, you can't have your political protection and your golden visa. Sorry, we can't give you the Emirati passport anymore. Like, he's at such a low level. He doesn't even contemplate the world above him. He doesn't understand why some people can't do what he's doing.
And now everybody understands.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. I think it's a great place to stop. I'm gonna link his video in both videos, so you can make sure to watch the entire thing, give him his credit, like, subscribe to him. Please like, subscribe to me if you found my analysis of the situation any kind of good. But I'm gonna leave it with this, right? At least Tate is consistent in saying, like, look, I'm bigger than this interaction. I'm willing to sell you out because what I have going on is way more important than this, right? Like, your street level, I'm trying to be galaxy level. I'm trying to be planet buster level, you know? Like, and Sneako thinks that his friends, he's Luke Cage and he's friends with Thor. He thinks that Thor is worried about what's going on in Harlem, but Thor has what's going on in Asgard and Thanos and things of that nature, right? He just so happens to be in a group of people he is not aligned with. And they don't mesh, right? He's saying, like, think about what Tate is saying. He's saying, like, you're not in the Bugatti. What color is your Bugatti world? You know, Tristan, $100,000 suits, $300 cigars per smoke world. You're worried about stuff. You think we're friends? We don't have friends where I am. I have my brother and I have people who I can utilize. You know, Nick, you know, think about it. Fuentes, I guarantee you he legitimately sees Myron as a good friend, right? But then every time he says, like, I don't trust Muslims or whatever, right? He's like, but not this one, right? but it's the implicit, like, but not this one. This guy's great, right? Every time Myron says, like, this is what I think about the black community, but his editors, my Fresh, all those people, all of them are black people, but they don't consider themselves who he's talking about. You know, he says like there's a difference between niggas and black people. They're black people. He's talking about niggas. Like the world that everybody occupies is completely different than the world that they actually exist in. And Sneako's just now finding out his the you know the circles, and the circles have overlap. I was gonna say Vitruvian Man, but that's not it. If you figure out which one that is for me before I do, please drop it in the comments. But his intersection, which intersectionality, it's kind of funny because they think it's a leftist cause. No, it's on their side too, right? He doesn't have enough intersectional things going on to be worth saving, but he is worth being a scapegoat. Now, if you had a chance to listen to both parts, thank you. If you could please go, I'm gonna have a video. I'm learning this YouTube thing, so I'm gonna have a video that I've done previously right here, and then subscribe over here. Hit that bell, hit the notifications. Please do everything. I'm up to 14 subscribers now. I'm really proud of myself. Hopefully, this time next year, I'm up to monetization, and we've got a community of people who just enjoy having a good time and enjoy doing everything that we do. Thanks for stopping by. One.